Hello everybody, are you ready to check out 3 more properties? These are $82,000 and less, and one of them is sitting on 3 acres of land, and it's your gateway to the Allegheny National Forest. Welcome to How Much House for the Money, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful day and your cup is always full of happiness. All right, so let's get going and check these ones out. First and foremost, we're headed into Wisconsin. A few of you have been asking for Wisconsin, so here you go. This one's $82,000 sitting on an acre of land, and this is a farmhouse. There may be more land available. It's always a good idea to ask if you want more land. And this one's 4 bedrooms and 1 bathroom with 1,800 square feet of living space. You'll find it at W5042 Fern Avenue in Montello, Wisconsin, 53949. And that means in Montello, we are in Marquette County. The population is just under 15,600 people. This house has been on the market for 3 days, it states, and it was built in 1920. So let's see how much house we're going to get for our money in Montello, Wisconsin. Look at this. And I do have an AI rendering of the exterior of this, so hang on for that. But what we see is we have a metal roof. Looks like, oh, look at this. It may have aluminum siding, but go check it out in person. The listing agencies and the addresses are always found in the description box in this under the video for every episode. Look at this, you guys. This has potential all day long. It's like a Victorian farmhouse. Wow. So you do have a nice little porch on the front that might need some attention. But we're looking at $82,000 in Marquette County. The property tax rate in Marquette County is going to be between 1.25 and 1.51%. So that's what your county assessor is going to come out and gauge your property taxes on. Now for the looks of things, it looks as though we have propane gas. This is sitting on a little bit of property, 1 acre. There could be more. It could have been part of a larger parcel at one time. So you can always do some research. You can always ask the listing agent. But look at the woodwork we're going to get in this. Now, this is going to need some attention, you guys. Just, bear with me here. This may require some gloves. You may need to get your hands dirty. But if you're okay with that and you want a country property in Wisconsin, in Marquette County, this one's Montello. $82,000 is the ask price. Beautiful woodwork. We're getting wallpaper. Hardwood flooring. Look at this. Marquette County. And the median home values here are just under $260,000. So there's lots of room for equity growth. And look at the potential this one has. Woo! Like it. Look at the beautiful woodwork. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Remember to subscribe to the channel, join our growing community, and definitely hit the notification bell. Because you know that house you're not looking for may be in the next episode, like this one. Who's looking in Wisconsin? You can have a garden, restore an old, beautiful house, bring in some character, bring some life to it. Why not, right? Look at this. It has a lot of character and charm. Oh my goodness, I'd love to get in there in person. Even if you're not interested in buying a house like this, just to see what they were like back in the day. And the listing prices attached to these are just such an exploration. It's such an eye-opener. And be sure to meander through the episodes if you're new here, because I show you houses that are under $55,000, sometimes under $35,000 that you could move right into. Now this one, you may want to put a camper on the yard and work on it for a little bit, because I'm not sure what all that yellowing is on these cabinets. But nonetheless, look at the cabinets. It probably has the old metal hardware, I'm guessing, that you let turn the little latch and opens up those beautiful wood cabinets. Look at those. Very nice. Yeah, there you have probably a cast iron sink with that long faucet. Wow, these are, this is character that, oops, sorry about that. This is character that we don't see in all of the new builds. I like the side-by-side pictures. I just think it gives us a better view of what's going on. So here we do have what appears to be your gas stove for your heat. I hope that's not nicotine on the walls. I'm not sure what it is, but they say ozone machines work wonders for nicotine on interiors. I'm not sure. I've never used one. If you have, leave us a comment. But we'll keep going here because this has just got so much character and possibilities for someone who wants to bring this back to life. Wow. Okay, we're moving into what could be bedrooms. Those rooms look pretty good. The hardwood flooring is beautiful. Montello, Wisconsin. This is again Marquette County. Priced at $82,000. And remember, these houses are placed on the market to be sold. You can always make offers, have those home inspections, research neighborhoods. You've got to do some homework, right? Not a lot, but you've got to do, you've got to do some things to really look into these. But this one looks amazing. Love that. And that again is in Marquette County, and that's Montello, Wisconsin right there for who's ever looking in Wisconsin. W5042 Fern Avenue. What a pretty address. So let's check out the street view here. Wow, look at this. Wow, very pretty. So that's what's going to be coming up come spring and summer. Beautiful, you guys. Little Country Road, Fern Avenue. And here we are on the map in Marquette County. An acre of land, and there could be more. And if you want more land and they have more land that they're not ready to part ways with, you can always put it in your sales contract. You'd like the first right of refusal for that land. So here we are right off of 39. Here's Buffalo Lake. You've got Glen Oak to the south, Harrisville up to the north, Westfield up to the northwest along with Lawrence, Germania up to the northeast, McCann over here on the east. Pardon me if I'm mispronouncing that. You've got Oxford and Jackson over to the west. There we are. Madison, Wisconsin is right down directly to the south of us, right there. So let's check it out on the satellite view. Not far from 39. And this is an acre, so let's see what we're getting here. Look at that, nice square parcel, but look at all the beautiful trees and the wildlife you'd have roam through off of Fern Avenue. Beautiful. States here on the listing description, 1920 farmhouse looking for a new owner with vision to renovate the home of 1,800 square feet with 4 bedrooms and 1 bath. Wood floors, wooded 1 acre lot just west of Montello. And this could qualify for a rural ag loan, so you could do some research on that as well. And when we look at the listing, it was just, or history, pardon me, it was just listed, and the house is 106 years old. Now, an assessment of $122,500, it states the taxes were $1,438, but again, you may want to contact Marquette County Clerk's Office for the accurate tax details. And that's listed for $82,000 on an acre, beautiful farmhouse. Let's see what it could look like. Look at that. So we restored that front porch. Now, we did put a shingle roof on it. However, you could just put a fresh coat of paint on the current metal roof, I would imagine. But again, have those home inspections. But look how pretty. You could always add a pop of color. But look at that. Gorgeous structure right there. Has a lot of potential. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to head into Jasonville, Indiana. Here's your barn dough, somebody. And this is sitting on 2.5 acres of land. It's at 4541 West County Road, 1350 South in Jasonville, Indiana, 47438, which means we are in Greene County. The population is just under 32,000 people. This property has been on the market for 10 days. It was built in 1996, and it comes with a 2-car detached garage. Let's check it out. $79,900 is the asking price. It has 1,024 square feet with 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom. Look at this. Who's looking for a barn dough in Indiana, in Greene County? Looks like we have a metal roof. Now here's your elongated covered porch. We could dress that up. Nice. Looks like we may have a circular driveway. There's your gate. Stay out, right? Just kidding. Because, I don't mind coming to Indiana. I'll come visit. Because, I'll bring that pie. Hope you're all having a great day. It's a beautiful day to have a beautiful day, right? Cheers, everybody. Remember to subscribe, share these episodes, and definitely check them out. Look at that. So they have a metal panels for their ceiling in this living room. Now it looks like we could be right down to plywood. Pardon me, that could be concrete flooring. With a barn door like this, not completely finished, you could go in there as a blank slate and do whatever you like with it. So here's our kitchen. We could, use the cabinets. We could put open shelving in on the walls and remove these cabinets if you want. Put a new range hood in there. Could replace appliances, but we could totally salvage those cabinets. Maybe put in hardwood flooring, close the refrigerator doors. Be all set, right? Let's keep going here. Jasonville, Indiana, and Greene County. Now, the median home values here are right around $180,000, and the property tax rate in Greene County is 0.83%. So we're coming in lower than the Marquette County in Wisconsin, and we're coming in with a lower price at $79,900. So there's what appears to be bedrooms. You may need some glass for your window or a window. This is a barn dough that you could finish. Do whatever you like with it, sitting on 2.5 acres of land. Want to have a hobby farm, raise some animals, get yourself a horse or a pony. Maybe you want to raise some sheep. Maybe you want to raise some pig. Who cares? Just raise them and do what you like, right? Look at this. So you've got your jetted tub. You can relax after you raise those animals. And then you have your commodes up there on that platform. Can feel like a king or a queen. Gotta lighten the load, gotta lighten the mood. Not the load, the mood, you guys. Gotta lighten the mood. Isn't it almost the weekend? But we need to finish this off, you see, so you could add ceramic tile onto that platform. You could tile around the jetted tub. It's a lot we could do with this. This has potential, too. $79,900 on 2.5 acres. This is Jasonville, Indiana. So there you do have your single shower, and there's your little bitty wall sink. They got a little crafty with this one, but we could modify, we could renovate, right? We could finish this, but look at your beautiful parcel. Nice. And that's what it looks like now. Just envision what it's going to look like come spring and summer with all the trees in bloom. Be so pretty. Who's looking in Indiana? There's your pole building, your detached garage. You could house animals there. You could restore cars. Could do a whole lot with that pole building up, I would imagine, right? Let me know what you guys have in mind. If any of you are looking for a North Florida elevated build on 1.5 acres, definitely check out the previous episode. It's $125,000, and you could live right on the river and cast a line right out your front door. And have a gator and snake as your neighbors every day. Look like a really cool place. On 1.5 acres. And so does this in Indiana. 4541 West County Road, 1350 South in Jasonville, Indiana, 47438. Let's see if we have a street view. Can at least get, ooh, look at that. Nice. Yeah, this is what it's going to look like come summer. Look at this. Beautiful location. Nice. Okay, so let's see here. Let's go on the map. And this is, again, Greene County in Jasonville, Indiana. There's County Road 1350, Buchanan Corner right here to your west. Shout out to Stableview and Laker Lodge and Castaway Canvin Cabins. Casey's. So here we are. So we have Hubble over here to our east, and we have Hymera and Wilfred and Standard over to the west. Terre Haute, Indiana is right up here to the northwest. And we have, let's see, Evansville's down here to our south. Indianapolis is up here to our northeast. And we have Bloomington, Indiana over here to our east, and Effingham over to our west. If you want to go into Illinois, it's way over to the west here in St. Louis. But there we are. Red marks a spot right there. And this is Jasonville, Indiana, just east of Shelburne and northwest of Worthington. So let's see our satellite view right here. This is 2.5 acres of land. Look at that nice square parcel. And you do have a lot of trees in the back of you. Very pretty property right there. 10 days on the market, built in 1996, and it does have that detached pole building as well. Two barn doors for the price of right if you want to turn them in, or for the price of one, pardon me, if you want to turn both of them into housing. So here's your chance to fix up a country home located on 2.5 acres just outside of Jasonville. Pole barn style house with detached pole barn. House is in need of repair but would be a peaceful retreat once it's fixed. Bring your vision is what they're saying. And I would agree with that. Has lots of possibilities. It was just listed and it's 30 years old. And on an assessment of $60,000, the taxes show at $518. But again, you can call Greene County Clerk's Office for the accurate tax details. It's been on the market only 10 days. And again, if the well, septic, and utilities are in good working order, that may be a great barn dough with a pole building for one of you on 2.5 acres of land. So let's go back to the kitchen. That's what it looks like. So what I did is I used what we had, and this is what I did with the kitchen. So I implemented, and I used the same cabinets, but I put in a gas range. I kept the metal panels on the ceiling. I closed the refrigerator and freezer door, and I just added some open shelves. So that's what your barn dough kitchen could look like, with cabinet hardware and just one flat countertop there with your double sink. Nice. So easy breezy right there. Could just use what you have and just finish it up there. And that again is in Jasonville, Indiana. Not a bad find. Now we're going to head into Pennsylvania. This one is in Shinglehouse, Pennsylvania. This is the gateway to the Allegheny National Forest, sitting on 3 acres of land, listed for $55,000. This is a cute little place right here with a beautiful backdrop. And it's at 1337 Honeoye Road in Shinglehouse, Pennsylvania, 16748. It's been on the market 36 days, built in 1920. So let's check it out. It has 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms with 927 square feet of living space. How cute is that front porch? Now it looks like we're on a concrete block foundation with a metal roof that looks like it's in great shape. But again, go check it out in person. We're right on the Honeoye Creek, which I do have a tab open for that, so we'll read up on that in a minute. How pretty is that? Now, if you don't find that to be pretty, you are definitely going to need some glasses. That is beautiful. And you can go out your back door and just cast a line and catch me some fresh fish, you guys. Look at this. Now, yes, you're going to have to be okay with living in the country. It's very pretty. Now, for me, I'd want to put up a shrub or, maybe some landscaping or fencing around the front, but it may not be as close to the road as it looks, but go check it out. Look at this. So here we have our interior. Now for me, I'd want to take this wall out and make that staircase more of a focal point. So there's what we see of the kitchen. We're right down to plywood flooring. And again, when you get there in person, do those home inspections. Find out if your windows are wood, vinyl, or aluminum. So there we have a space on the left of the cabinets that we could implement a pantry. Nice. It's another house. It's a blank slate for you. 3 acres. Right on a creek. $55,000. And this is in Potter County. Population is just under 16,250 people. And the property tax rate here is 1.35%. So here we do have some vinyl flooring in these rooms here leading to the bathroom. This could be a utility or a bedroom, can't quite tell. So here's maybe the upstairs. We can roll up carpet and remove it. I've had to do that recently myself. Rolled it right up and threw it right out the window. It was so satisfying. It was in my sun porch. Now look at this. So here we have a full bathroom. Not sure if there's a shower. This could be a bedroom. So this one's going to need a little attention, but that's okay. It's $55,000 sitting on 3 acres of land in a creek in the back. And this again is Potter County in Shinglehouse, Pennsylvania. So this could be your basement. Sure looks like it. Yeah. Possibilities are there. With the Allegheny National Forest as your neighbor. Look at that. Wow. Beautiful. Yeah, it's wood-sided. And it could have some asphalt siding on it as well. Cute little place right there for the right person. 1337 Honeoye Road. Let's get a look at the street view. Look at this. Green spaces galore right here. Beautiful. So there is your driveway. So you have room for a garage, outbuildings, a barn. You could finish up what they're working here with their landscaping. Put in a natural hedgerow. Very pretty. Very pretty. And here's where we are on the map. You're not going to be too far from the New York line with this property. Honeoye Creek is right behind you. Okay, so you've got some amenities nearby. You have a shop and save. You have a roadside restaurant. Shout out to them, DG Market. So yeah, there's the New York line. So we are right above Millport, and we are west of 11 Mile, and we are east of Eldred. Port Allegheny is right down here to the south. You've got the National Forest. Beautiful location right there. We've got St. Mary's right below us, along with Ridgeway. Titusville, Meadville, Edinboro, and Erie is way over here to the west with the Lake Erie. Very pretty location. Here you are on the satellite view. 3 acres right here. There it is, right there. Red marks the spot. Look at that. Beautiful, you guys. And it states in the description, been on the market 36 days, Cape Cod style home on 3 picturesque acres bordering Honeoye Creek. It's a fixer-upper with 3 bedrooms and 2 baths, offering a covered front porch, a walkout basement, and a rare opportunity to fish right from your own backyard. Abundant wildlife in a peaceful, natural setting with starlit night skies. And it has creek frontage, privacy, and nature at your doorstep. And when we look at the history, it was listed for $65,000 in January. Now they're down to $55,000, and the house is 106 years old. There's no tax records on that. But again, call the Potter County Clerk's Office for tax records. So that one's $55,000 in Shinglehouse, Pennsylvania, 16748 on 3 acres. Let's get a look at Honeoye Creek. Some details. States here that Honeoye Creek is a tributary of the Genesee River in Monroe County, Pennsylvania. Offers excellent fishing for species like pike, smallmouth bass, and panfish, with live bait generally considered the most effective technique. The area features varied habitats, including shallow, weedy sections and deeper holes, providing diverse angling opportunities for both wading and shore fishing. Sweet. And it flows through Monroe County with accessible spots near Honeoye Falls. And again, it's northern pike, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, and various panfish. And it says, tip, it is recommended to bring bug spray and sturdy boots for navigating the creek banks. And the structure, look for fish in rocky areas, deep pools, and around submerged vegetation. And that is a little bit about Honeoye Creek, right there, a tributary of the Genesee River. And again, we have this house in Montello, Wisconsin for $82,000 on an acre. We have Jasonville, Indiana on 2.5 acres, Barndo with a pole building for $79,900. Or if you want to live near the Allegheny National Forest, this is on 3 acres and that house is $55,000. And that'll do it for today's episode, everybody. Hope you're having a beautiful day. And you're welcome to subscribe and stay tuned because more houses with low price and high potential are coming up. Have a great weekend, everybody. Cheers.